Hi, and welcome to today's Tharstern Techchat Tuesday. I'm joined today by Phil. Thanks for joining us, Phil.
Hi there, guys.
So today we very quickly wanted to look at a scenario where maybe in particular for packaging printers or maybe point of sale where you're dealing with irregular shapes, that you are faced with a challenge where a customer comes to you with a project in mind, but they don't have a design, but they want a price, and they want a price pretty quickly. Now, typically, that would probably involve having to get the design team involved to spec up and design what the dimensions of what's required, so that you can then generate an estimate to give the customer a price, which of course we know takes time, effort, and resource. And so we wanted to look at a way maybe where we can speed that process up and get your customer a price quickly, just to get past the starting block, so that you can move things on for them. So, Phil, can we take a look at how we'd achieve this?
Absolutely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and then I can basically show what's actually happening with regard to the Tharstern software. So what we're going to do here is we're going to show you an integration piece to ArtiosCAD, particularly utilizing the CADX license. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to initiate this little video here, and we can see that what I'm doing is I'm creating a new estimate. Obviously, we have to give that estimate a title, so it's a cube of some particular type. We're actually going to associate our customer, which may or may not have a pricing matrix linked to it. But most importantly as well, we need to obviously then associate a product type and a classification. You can see the accounts balance check is actually taking place to Sage in this case. I'm choosing my carton packaging and Artios-based product type. And what this does, it allows me to put the quantity in, and I can then basically literally search for an existing designer layout or go to a parametric catalog, because the customer's said it is this type of product and I'm going to give you 3 dimensions. And in this particular case, you can see we're going to a folding carton of some type. And this might be quite typical. The customer gives you the type of product, and then they give you basically just essentially the dimensions of the thing in terms of its length, width, and depth. Now, because this is exposing basically a whole series of parameters for that product, it might be that they give you more extensive details. And as you can see, there's a whole batch of things like glue flaps and stuff like this. But please bear in mind that this is to give a quick price to the customer to generate basically a nested and non-rectangular solution. So it is more accurate than just considering it as a rectangle. So we can see we get an ARD file describing that particular structure. We can then in Tharstern specify the number of colors, and more importantly, we can specify the number of processes associated to this particular product type. And then we literally can say to Tharstern, get me a solution. And because I didn't choose a material size, what Artios will also do is it will choose a bespoke or custom size. Now, you may want to actually go to a specific size as a standard size, but you can see that we're getting a series of manufacturing solutions based upon literally those different custom sizes, and they're ranked from cheapest to most expensive, but obviously we've got a selling price based on area. And what we get basically, as you can see, is that nested solution detail with obviously the cost and more importantly a sell price, in this case based upon a price matrix for the area of that particular product. But what this basically means, or the quantity of the product, what this basically means is I've quickly generated an estimate, which I can then send off to the customer, and it's going to be more or less correct in terms of the details that the customer has given me. And the idea being is that you'll be the first and hopefully the cheapest past the checkered flag to win the work, and then obviously develop and basically refine that design and upsell additional features. So it's a very quick method of getting an accurate solution.
That's brilliant, Phil. Thank you. So what we've seen there is our linking with a CAD system. In this case, it's ESCO ArtiosCAD. And that we've just basically taken the rough concept of the customer says, I want a box or a particular type of product, and then we're adjusting the dimensions to the roughly what they're saying that it's going to be, and then that is giving us the estimate at the end of the day, so that you can give the customer a quick price without having to get the design team involved, without taking time. And then once they kind of say, yeah, we want to go ahead with it, that's where you would then start bringing in the design team and refining that design for them, and if that's what's needed, or they may already have a design that they give to you. But then in that scenario as well, we briefly saw there as well that you can actually take an existing design or even a standard design and pick that up to create the estimate with as well, can't we?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Brilliant. I think that could be really helpful for a lot of people, and I know it certainly just helped a number of our customers already. So thank you very much for sharing that with us, Phil, and I hope you've enjoyed today's Tech Chat Tuesday. Any questions, just drop us a comment on the messages or get in touch. Thanks now.
Thanks a lot. Bye.